The book of Judges tells a turbulent tale of ancient Israel. It's a period marked by a cycle of sin, oppression, repentance, and deliverance. We see heroes rise only to witness their successors fall prey to greed and ambition. Among these stories, the account of Abimelech in chapter 9 stands out as a stark warning against the corrupting nature of power. Abimelech, the son of the judge Gideon, craved power. He desired to rule, even if it meant betraying his own family. Approaching his mother's family in Shechem, Abimelech exploited their kinship and turned them against his half-brothers. He painted a manipulative picture suggesting that rule by one was superior to rule by many. Which is better for you, to have all 70 of Jerubaal's sons rule over you, or just one man? He asked them. Blinded by their desire for stability and swayed by Abimelech's lineage, the people of Shechem failed to see his true nature. They readily provided him with the funds he needed, even taking it from the temple of Baal-berith, revealing their misplaced priorities. Their support empowered Abimelech to carry out a horrific act. He murdered his 70 half-brothers on a single stone, securing his position as the sole heir. Only Jotham, one brother, escaped the massacre. This act cemented Abimelech's ruthlessness and set the stage for a reign of terror. Jotham, having narrowly escaped the slaughter of his brothers, became a voice of warning against Abimelech's tyranny. Standing on Mount Gerizim, he addressed the people of Shechem with a parable, a story designed to reveal the truth through symbolism. He spoke of trees searching for a king. The olive tree, noble and fruitful, refused the offer, unwilling to abandon its purpose of providing oil for God and humanity. Similarly, the fig tree, content in its sweetness, declined, choosing to enjoy the fruits of its labor rather than seek dominion. Even the vine, a symbol of joy and sustenance, rejected the offer of rulership. Finally, the trees turned to the bramble, a thorny and useless plant. The bramble, representing Abimelech, eagerly accepted the offer, promising protection but threatening to consume those who chose it. Jotham concluded with a chilling prophecy, "But if not, may fire blaze out from Abimelech and burn up the men of Shechem and Beth Millo." His words foretold the destruction that awaited both the tyrant and those who enabled him. As Jotham's words faded into the hills, Abimelech's reign began. It was a reign built on a foundation of blood and deceit, destined to crumble under its own weight. For 3 years Abimelech ruled in Shechem, but his rule was far from peaceful. The alliance between him and the Shechemites, forged in bloodshed and fueled by selfish ambition, quickly deteriorated. The seeds of rebellion were sown, and soon a man named Gaal rose to challenge Abimelech's authority. Gaal rallied the people of Shechem, inciting them to cast off the yoke of Abimelech's oppressive rule. They had tasted the bitterness of their poor decision and were desperate to break free. Abimelech, consumed by rage and a need to maintain his grip on power, responded with characteristic brutality. He marched on Shechem, crushing the rebellion and unleashing a wave of violence upon the city. He slaughtered its inhabitants, leaving a trail of blood and ashes in his wake. The rebellion in Shechem was only a prelude to Abimelech's final fatal encounter. As he continued his campaign of terror, laying siege to the Tower of Thebez, his reign of terror came to an abrupt and humiliating end. Jotham's prophecy, long echoing in the hills, found its fulfillment in a most unexpected way. As Abimelech approached the tower, a woman desperate to defend her city seized an opportunity. With a strength born of desperation, she hurled a heavy millstone from the tower top. It struck Abimelech's head, crushing his skull and ending his reign of terror in an instant. Even in his final moments, Abimelech, ever concerned with his image, begged his armor-bearer to finish him off. "Draw your sword and kill me so that they can't say a woman killed him." Thus the man who had sought power through bloodshed and deceit met his demise through the very same means, a testament to the cyclical nature of violence. The story of Abimelech stands in stark contrast to the life and ministry of Jesus Christ. Abimelech, driven by selfish ambition, sought to establish his kingdom through force, manipulation, and bloodshed. His reign, built on a foundation of sand, crumbled under the weight of his own sin. Jesus, on the other hand, exemplified a radically different kind of leadership. He came not to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. His kingdom was not of this world, and his authority was rooted in love, humility, and self-sacrifice. While Abimelech sought to dominate, Jesus came to heal and to reconcile. Jesus himself spoke of a rejected cornerstone, a parallel to Jotham's parable. In Matthew he says, "The stone the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. This cornerstone represents Jesus, the true king who was rejected by the religious leaders of his day, much like the Shechemites rejected the true leadership offered by God. Yet it is upon this rejected stone that God built his church, a kingdom that will never be shaken. The story of Abimelech in Judges 9 offers timeless lessons for leaders and followers alike. It serves as a stark reminder of the seductive nature of power and the devastating consequences of unchecked ambition. Abimelech's rise and fall highlight the dangers of choosing leaders based on superficial qualities, such as lineage or charisma, rather than on integrity, compassion, and a genuine desire to serve. The story also emphasizes the importance of discernment. The people of Shechem were easily swayed by Abimelech's promises, failing to see his true nature. As followers, we must be vigilant, discerning the hearts of those who seek to lead us and rejecting those who would divide and destroy. Above all, Judges 9 reminds us that true leadership is found not in wielding power over others, but in serving them. It is in the example of Jesus, the servant king, that we discover the true meaning of leadership, a leadership characterized by love, humility, and a willingness to lay down one's life for others. This is the legacy we are called to embody as we navigate the complexities of leadership and followership in our own time. Are you ready for the next chapter? Just click here to go straight to it.